So, what's on today's agenda? Let's see here. Far Cry 3? Deleted that. Call of Duty? Deleted that too. Naruto? Deleted that as well. What is it? Oh right. Forza Horizon 3. Pardon my stupid ass, but anyways, welcome, dear beautiful viewers. I finally gotten me Forza to work again. Thankfully. Windows updates for some unexplainable reason decides to fuck Forza's audio to create an absolutely frustrating baby called played for like 5 minutes and suddenly decides to fuck all and crash bug. Well done Windows. I'm proud of you guys, you numpty faggots. Anyways, a brief intro. Forza Horizon 3 is an open world racing game. Right. Next point. The true agenda of this video. What? Was the intro too short? Well, I did say brief, so get over it. So today, I decided to rank my top 7 favorite cars I've already owned. Sadly, I'm too broke to afford buying every single car in game including the DLC cars, so I won't mention all of it. And of course, things to point out. Firstly, these are strictly my personal picks. Obviously if you have the game, you would have your own picks, so don't sock me and cry out, why didn't you include this or that? Because as I said before, it's my personal opinion. Stress on the word personal. Secondly, the stats that I'll list in this video are factory stats. All the cars I'll be showing have already been upgraded and tuned by yours truly, so for me to show you the stats of the upgraded car is honestly quite stupid. Besides, unless you are to strictly follow my tune and build, it would be nigh impossible for you to get the exact same results as I do. So without further ado, let's jump in. In 7th place, we have the 2011 Subaru Wrx Sti. It's an all-wheel drive rally monster with a 2.5-litre turbocharged F4. Whatever that is, producing 305 brake horsepower and 290 foot-pound per torque. It will go from 0 to 60 in a sluggish 5 seconds, and reach a top speed of 157 miles per hour. Yes, I know you're wondering. Then why is it in here even? Simple. It's my dream starter car, and when I finally got to drive it around, or in this game at least, with modifications that will never be allowed in Singapore unless you want to get hanged, and added to the fact that I build this to a rally tune, it really makes sense why Subaru was always the best when it comes to rally cars. On tarmac, yes, it is hard to steer around with its dreary understeer, but on everything else, it's amazing, I swear. Now in at number 6 we have the 2016 Mercedes-AMG C63S Coupe, a rear-wheel drive Wendigo in a suit and tie. It has a 4-litre twin-turbo V8, producing 503 brake horsepower and 516 foot-pound per torque. It will go from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds and will reach a top speed of 192 miles per hour, and that's actually quite overpowered for a saloon if you think it through. I'll be blunt, out of all the saloons in game, this is by far the best looking and the best sounding. Really, calling it a Wendigo in a suit and tie isn't an over-exaggeration. That's exactly what it is, a monster in a tweed suit looking for a mate. Just hear it spellow, like holy mother of motors, that is pure orgasm. Or is it? Ramping its way into number 5, we have the 2010 Lexus Lfa, a rear-wheel drive ninja with a 4.8-litre naturally aspirated V10, producing 552 brake horsepower and 354 foot-pound per torque. It will leap from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and reach a top speed of 198 miles per hour. True, the Lexus brand is American, but it was Toyota that built, designed and assembled the Lfa, hence the rising sun and Japanese-inspired decals. But what caused me to include this very car into this list when I had other choices like the 2017 Nissan GT-R R3 things? It looks better, it sounds better, and it sure as hell drives better. In at number 4, we have the 2014 Bac Mono, a one-seater track toy, and for good reason. It has a 2.3-litre naturally aspirated i4 Duratec, whatever that could mean, producing 280 brake horsepower for a mouse and 206 foot-pound per torque. It will squeal from 0 to 60 in, God help us, 2.8 seconds and a top speed of 173 miles per hour. Thankfully I build it for use on what's basically a gigantic rally stage with snow. A lot of it. And it works. Actually it works better than most of the off-road vehicles available, and I kid you not. Not only is it ridiculously grippy for a tiny car, but it's
fast. Really fast. Mind-blowingly fast.
Coming in at a surprising 3, is the Ferrari Fxxk, or as I'd like to call it, the Ferrari Fxxk. It's also a rear-wheel drive track toy, boasting a 6.3-litre naturally aspirated hybrid V12, producing 1036 fucking brake horsepower and 664 foot-pound per torque. It will go from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds and reach a top speed of 209 miles per hour. I kid you not, if you don't try to tune this car after upgrading it, it will be absolutely undrivable. The power sent to its rear wheels is more than enough to spin you right off the track and will cause problems if you not try to increase the amount of grip given. Also, it just sounds gnarly. Just listen to this.
I be all in it, might take her on a trip, but before I drop it.
Elegantly marching its way into number 2 is to me, by far the most beautiful Aston Martin and best Grand Tourer ever made. Amazon Prime's Grand Tour car presenter, Jeremy Clarkson can agree to my testament.
DB11, the latest in a long line of elegant and beautiful Aston Martin Grand Tourers. Even its door mirrors are beautiful, its wheels are beautiful. This is one of the most beautiful cars I've ever seen.
It's the Aston Martin DB11. It's a rear-wheel drive GT, with a 5.2-litre twin-turbo V12, giving out 600 brake horsepower and 516 foot-pound per torque. It will scram from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and peak a top speed of 188 miles per hour. Honestly, the McLaren P1 is the pinnacle of British ballistic motorsports. But this guy is the pinnacle of British beauty and perfection. All I wish for is that FH3 will somehow bring in its big brother, the 2019 DBS Superleggera. And finally, literally shouting its way into the number 1 spot in Italian, to me being by far the most unadulterated car I've ever seen. Ever since I was blessed with the knowledge of its existence and the fact that it can gift anyone a true pleasurable orgasm, the 2010 Pagani Zonda. An absolute banshee of a car, with rear-wheel drive for legs and a 6-litre naturally aspirated V10 for a heart, producing 739 rampaging horsepower and a hefty 523 foot-pound per torque. It'll go hell for leather from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, and reach quite a blinding speed of 214 miles per hour. Sure, it's not the fastest car in game, but unlike other track toys, this is by far the easiest to handle, and with a little bit of tuning and upgrading, it would be one of a few that I can think of that can run to a slight curve and not slow down a single bit. I mean hell, just look at it. Look at all its glory and beauty and the curves here and there. It's just so perfect. So why did I call it a banshee? Easy really, listen to this. And so, those are my top 7 picks for the best cars in FH3. Again, everyone's choices are different, so pick what you feel fit for you. I just realized something. The entire time, you guys have been putting up to a little geekiness from a Trojan nerd like me. God, I'm sorry, but I'm an avid car lover, so yeah. Links to my social media or whatever it is you're looking for will hopefully be in the description. In case it isn't, however, just leave it at the comment section. I'll hopefully reply to every comment that comes. Keyword, hopefully. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day or night or wherever it is you come from, nerds. Aliens, do contact me. Thank you.
She want me to go down on her. No way, no way. I'm getting head on the tour bus. She on her knees, but she don't pray. They say I'm a dog, so you know I'm going stray. With a white girl saying dope lines. I drop cocaine, do you? No.